Good morning. How are you? Just started? Yeah, I know the feeling. Get the run in, right? Get the run in, get the workout in. Do not skip it today. It will prove to be the thing you need. All right, here's your Arcana of Astrology Oracle reading. Second house, Virgo, Hygia, waning crescent moon, Venus, Psyche, 11th house. Ooh, it's good energy. All right, starting on the right side. So this, whoever you are, wherever you are, this could be you. This could have been something experienced in the past, present, or now, which is the present, but now is really futuristic, unique. My thinking, my thinking. Second house, stability, financial matters, Virgo. Reproductive behaviors, right? Analysis, meticulous. So finance, being meticulous, budgeting, coming up with a plan, a real financial plan, and budgeting for that. So spring cleaning, yes. So looking at your current spending behaviors and recognizing where, while you may have it, while you may have the financial stability, you do need to carefully consider if some of those purchases are the best. It's okay to indulge every now and then, right? Splurge a little, but maybe, not having another bottle of wine. Like if this is your 4th bottle of Barefoot this week, maybe considering, while it's affordable, it's cheap. What are we drinking for? What is this retail therapy really doing for us, right? There's something attached to it that is a deeper analysis that you're going in. I've heard of that, right? People who they only drink certain liquors because it's something about the way they start to think differently, right? So to consider here, what is the deeper issue around money, obtaining it, keeping it, how you're spending it, and the spending, and what it's reinforcing, what behaviors are you reinforcing, right? So these behaviors are your habits. So we're looking at spending habits and we're looking at behavioral habits. I'm not talking about consumer behavior, like unless you're someone who has to think that through, right? Big picture. But this seems like someone who's starting to understand their own spending habits and what it is supposed to be producing. So I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly. I don't feel like I am, so I'm going to try to make sure that it's clear. You recognize that when you do spend money, it's because not so necessarily the behavior of spending money, but it's what you're spending the money on that reinforces a certain behavior. So take that as it resonates wherever you are, whoever you are. So if that's, you spend money to get massages, maybe you're doing that more often than you could, then what we're wrestling with, the thing that's not being addressed at a deeper level is something maybe going on physically with you, So second house is ruled by Taurus, right? Values, luxury, comfort, right? So what looks like comfort purchases or luxury purchases are really to address something that's a little bit deeper. Okay, so you're spending your money in a way to I don't know how to describe this, but it's very clear to me. I can see it. It's like you spend your money to do this thing. It makes you feel better temporarily, but you would rather do that than really address like what is physically ailing you. Why do you need so many massages? What is going on, underneath the surface? This is your third time injuring your shoulder, right? Like, can we change where that money is going? So instead of going to the massage parlor to work out that knot in your shoulder for the sixth time in 3 months, we should make an appointment to go see the doctor to possibly have like, an MRI to see if there's swelling or tearing somewhere, and then starting a plan to really address that. Okay? Well, that took something. All right, so in the center is the waxing crescent moon. So yeah, it's about like, coming into an awareness of newness, right? But also like, something's just really being phased out. So as one thing fades out, we start to see like, okay, this is what I need to be moving forward on, right? Sometimes it's just a slither, like, and they say people drop jewels, right? Sometimes you just need that one profound statement to, shift something, and it's like, oh, man, and I think that's, doesn't matter what I think. We can talk about that another day. So this waxing crescent moon really is that realization that like, so maybe you're doing more stuff physically. Maybe you're just taking better care of yourself. Maybe there's a realization at one point you weren't. So you were, maybe your money was going towards bad habits, and now your money is going towards health habits. That came through, right? Virgo was associated with health as well. Well, okay, this is more positive. Well, it wasn't negative. It's just, this is what it is, this is either this is your energy or it is not. But it's a very real lived experience, right? For someone. All right, so here we have Venus, like love. Oh, yes, it's all coming together. So love, learning to be more loving towards self-love, self-care. So this is really about self-care. Okay. Psyche, intuition, trusting your intuition. So this is someone, so I'm going back to the physical piece. Maybe you can't medically, I don't know why, well, Virgo could be associated with that too, reproductive organs. Okay, so maybe that medically, this just has more to do with your heightened intuition. So you're trying to like not carry that stress, which is why you're doing the massages so often, right? And then you've got 11th house, right? Yeah. So you've got really big energy. So when you have such big energy, it's very attractive to others, right? So I take it, you're probably someone who loses time on social media. So you would really have to, be that type of person who sets timers and taskers to stay away from it, or to schedule it in your day, and or to have a specific intention when you do utilize it. So it's like, you need to be that person only because other people are attracted to your energy, and your energy is very giving and massive. But sometimes that means that somebody who's dealing with more lower vibrational things, you can consider that with a representation of like in the Virgo fallopian tube type joints, like lower. Totally random how that came out. So lower vibration, right? So it's some of those energies towards you aren't necessarily elevating, and so sometimes they get a little bit of your energy, and that's the stretching and the so it's really having to make sure you're stretching. Okay, I'm hearing that very clear. You need to stretch more. So stretching needs to be a part of your new habits, right? So, you're not stretching for days on end. You're not drinking water for days on end. That's just something you have to be more mindful of, and really consider, are you doing the best to take care of yourself right now? All right, so or maybe that's what people see about you, right? That you do a great job in taking care of yourself. Some people see you as really intuitive, very spiritual, tapped in, tuned in, turned on, right? But you know, there are people who want to talk to you too. It's like people know, like they enjoy talking to you because you really are someone who is very present with others. So you calm a lot of people. So you do provide some psychological resilience for others in cases. So maybe it's just something around your passions, right? But your biggest passion is the way you take care of yourself. It's very inspirational to others. And some people are learning that, right? So some people feel like they've taken care of themselves, and then they get a peek in to others' lives. That's why, totally random, right? We're talking about that 11th house energy, right? That's why we watch others' lives sometimes. What can I learn from you? How are you taking care of yourself in a way that I could learn to take care of myself? Or do I need that role model to me? Does that need to be mirrored to me? Have I never seen that, right? So how much can you get from others in a way that's a positive exchange of energy? So that's good work for you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope that was helpful. I hope that it was. So, not every therapist is a healer, not every healer is a clinician, and not every clinician will minister to your soul. You can book your session at tactfuldisruption.co.